Alright guys, so what you're about to see here is some blow-in footage of I believe it was I think it was a 12 horsepower 301 Kohler K series we put together at the blow-in. It was bored 10 over and the crank was turned 10 under with a new rod and piston rings and everything. As you'll see Ralph talking in the video and Brian Jennings doing most of the work. My camera work was not the best. I was actually not feeling so hot with a possible pulled groin at the time, so I was sitting down a lot. So anyhow, watch the upcoming footage here, and thanks for watching, guys.
What we have to do to an engine after it blows up, we're going to put it back together. So basically, if you have a Kohler book like he does there's a chart in there in the front, and it tells you the clearance between the piston and the cylinder. You have to know 7 to 10 thousandths is supposed to be the terrific clearance. So basically what you do is you measure the piston, and then you measure the bore to make sure it's in spec. So you can get a cheap caliper like this. You should use a micrometer, but this is just a good starting point, right? Just for illustration purposes. But if you basically measure this thing, you got to use the micrometer.
Why can't you just measure it across the top?
Across the top? Yeah, you can't do it at the top. So you got to do it at the bottom.
Good trick question. Just checking to see if Ralph knows his stuff.
Yeah, it is. You got to find the right spot.
Because it's round is the answer I was looking for.
Yeah. So basically, we got a measurement there.
Precision happens.
Should have just brought a tripod, set it up. Did,
You could have me pause or something.
Yeah, turn it off until we get the right
oh, we'll have behind the scene footage over here then.
I like to be behind the camera.
Oh, come on.
The right tip.
Penny Marshall.
Now, was this thing rebored out or just polished up?
So I have another box of tips in my car. I think you want to use it in another box. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep. Bleep bleep, we'll be back.
The board.
So the first thing
You go with
is calibrate your gauge.
Okay.
Which I have this crazy digital one here. But this 12 horse is 3.375. On this one here, it has a readout. So I gotta just dial this in so it starts at 3.375. Just give me a second to set it.
I've sold some of them.
They gave you that because I was such a big fan on Facebook.
Oh, did you?
Fan cool or what? Such an expert that you can be on YouTube videos.
Scratch.
I've sold them before, but I got a bunch of them.
They didn't make it before us.
Or bad.
Let's try to hide them.
This gauge doesn't like the cold. I had it in the car all night and the screen is like frozen.
Frost over it.
Alright, 3.3. We said 375, right?
Plus 10.
Plus 10,
So we'll assume it's 10 over then.
Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'll have lots of editing
So
to
the
do.
first thing you got to do is take your micrometer and set that to 3.375. No, I'm going to set this, and then I'm going to dump it in there.
Gotcha.
So by doing that, you're zeroing out
Yeah,
that,
so
and
this,
then you can measure.
this is wider than that. And we're going to put this in here and hit the 0 button on the top. See that button? This is the red one. This is 0. Can you hit that for me when I get this in there? Oops.
So you got snow up your way?
We had a little, it's probably gone by now.
Yeah, it doesn't
We haven't
like
had much winter at all. Snowmobile trails haven't been open once yet this season.
We'll rub it a
I
little bit.
brought the manual one that you can put in here just in case this happens.
Snow country on the weekend, so you for the day. We got a little.
Let's get old
I'm
school.
hoping
Go
we'll get
old
a
school.
little
Between the piston and the bore, but theoretically the stock is 3.375. You should be 10 bigger than that. So
3.385.
if you look at our gauge here, look at that. We're pretty dead on. We're at 10 under, right? We're at 90. So that the guy did a good job on it. And then you just turn it, go 90 degrees, etc. So we're dead on with the measuring. So we won't bother to do the math, but if you did this math, now measure the piston, it should be within 7 to 10 thousandths. And the spec
The rings will take up that slack, and you're okay.
Yeah. And a quick way to do it if you don't have gauges, is to put
Oh, okay. Feeler gauge or a wire or something that'll. Okay.
And what you'll probably find is that your cylinder before it's machined is all out around and it's bigger on the top than the bottom.
A little bit of a.
You know?
Yep, a taper to it, yeah.
The key is finding a good machine. Exactly. We were telling stories earlier that most machine shops aren't versed in working on lawnmowers or working on car engines, where that gap could be 2 to 4 thousandths, even less on the newer cars. So I brought a Kohler to a guy and he says, oh, you know, I know it says 7 to 10 thousandths, but I think we should do 3.5. Well, that was a problem because the aluminum piston expanded, and you run it for 2 or 3 minutes and that thing expands like crazy and starts seizing up. So, needless to say, I had to go back to him, which hasn't happened yet. I parked it, but it's more of a wood. But there's a lot of expansion in this aluminum. Air cooled,
Yeah.
liquid cooled, you can have it be tighter.
still flowing.
So, temperature doesn't warm enough. Wow. Then your crankshaft has the same theory where you got to measure that as well. It should be 1.5 inches, but I don't know about you, Brian, but I've never seen a Kohler ever that I've taken apart that was within spec of what it should be.
Well, what happens, this way, if you mic it this way, it's going to be perfect. If you mic it this way, you're going to be out.
Yep, out of
When it's on
round.
compression.
That's the pressure on the pressure there. Okay.
If you just measure that, if you're good, you're in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you measure it all the way around.
And people see used cranks on eBay, etc., and they say, oh, it's 10 under, oh, it's standard. Well, they didn't measure it. It came out of an engine that was bought to be standard, and 30 years later, it probably needs to go 10 under. There's a guy that, his name is Brian Miller. He's into tractor pulling stuff. He has a website, gardentractorpullingtips.com. But he makes a 20 under and a 30 under rod, and he puts a bearing insert in there too, which is pretty neat. So you can go to 20 and 30 under with aftermarket parts, whereas Kohler only makes a 10 under.
Strokes them.
He strokes them by
He can do that by
cutting it all out of the top, too.
Pardon me?
Mechanical governor there.
And then you ever screw the holes out in so it can't come out.
You're good, don't worry. Mine's not professional.
Oh, yeah. I'm from Bridgeport. Oh, yeah, Bridgeport. My wife's from Illinois. This is something you always want to check, make sure that rivet doesn't come loose. Yeah. Because that's what works your governor. Okay. This is fun getting this in sometimes. about that later. Shinging in the,
I had a motor that the governor shaft broke on. That little tab broke off.
Okay.
I took that whole entire thing apart.
yeah, that's the first thing in the put in the motor.
Man, that was
You want to make
painful.
sure that's good. Okay, then already put the seals in. Try to save some time. Always mark the exhaust intake. Another thing you want to check is these get worn from the valve hitting it, and if you don't make them smooth, your valve doesn't be correct. Yeah, well, the valve will go down in that pocket, right? And you can adjust it. It won't be like you want.
So those go down in there. I guess that'll be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Because the valves are on the other end.
Cam, you want to make sure your compression release spring is on there. It's that little spring there. And this is what hits the lifter to for your compression release.
For when it's turning slowly, which valve doesn't close all the way?
Exhaust.
The exhaust valve doesn't close all the way, so that it turns over a little bit easier. Most of you wouldn't know because most of these are electric start. And there's still a lot of metal rotating when you pull the probe anyway.
Shim goes on this thing.
Did you check your tolerances already, or is that just what came out?
It's easier. It's good to check that stuff before you take it apart. That way, if you need a shim, you can get one. And this gets driven in.
So this went in from the bottom, and then there's a pin that went on the inside. So he's pounding it in with a drip.
We'll meet you at the door.
Make sure you put your bearing in first.
The bearing needs to go in after the
Does that pin
bottom
bottom
on
out?
the other side.
Or do you just want it?
You just want it in there. You don't want it to come too far out. Just
That could cause some interference problems when you're mounting.
all right. There's a marker in the can.
So it's really hot.
Yeah, I put a red dot. I put a red so you can see it. Here, this is for the timing for the crank or the can. That one's for balance gears if they have it. This one doesn't. This is a 12 crank without balance gears.
It hasn't run, so all we can do is
A couple variations of cranks.
So the gears are slanted slightly, so you may need a second try at it. You may think you're lining it up. Just make sure it's lined up when it's down in. Now you can't really see now, but you get the idea. I can't see. It might show up on the video.
Light somebody?
I got one.
Oh no. Grease monkey.
Handy dandy eye thing.
How much weight you need?
Well, you can see the mark there.
I would take a Sharpie and draw on
Big mark.
right on the tooth.
I started beating on it.
That's what happens when you're a grease monkey for a living. Carry a flashlight.
Carbon free one.
It is too, and the batteries are changeable.
Okay, so they're lined up. Next thing to do is put the bearing plate on. And you want to check it. This is how you set your end plate for the crank with gaskets. There's two thin ones and one thick one. Starting point is two thin ones and a thick one. Always check it before you take it apart. That way you can kind of put the same thing back in and they'll give you a starting point. So, you know, it's going that easy.
This one might have gotten put together when it was
Well,
off camera.
Always best to do it once or twice. Yeah.
So that gap that when you were talking about the shims, that gap is for the end play and the end play being the crank being able to go in and out.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, that's what end play is.
Yeah, you want to get a manual or look it up on the internet. It's hard to remember all that stuff.
Right. And it's not something that's really easy to measure unless you have a clamp with your the gauge.
Locking the motor down and then having the dial indicator on it or something.
Yeah, the dial indicator that you can clamp on.
The magnetic base one works good for that.
Okay.
It does. I have one.
On the other side. On the cast iron side.
Right.
On the
It's
obvious
a little harder on the aluminium.
Aluminium.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Unless you have one of those special magnets that sticks to aluminum.
right beside the muffler
By
belt.
the muffler clamp?
Yeah, by the muffler belt.
Whatever it is, yeah, the muffler.
Muffler bearings, huh?
Muffler bearing? Muffler bearing, yeah.
Hey,
Wait.
go get me a muffler bearing.
While you're over there, make sure your turn signal fluid's good.
There probably is ideally a torque spec.
About tink. Tink.
For purpose of instruction, this is what we're
Tink.
doing.
Torque specs are all in the book.
Even for the spark plugs and everything else.
Yep.
Does anyone ever torque?
I'm sure there has.
Only the porcelain.
The end play feels good.
On race motors.
Probably
Bare
5,000.
and seal it. Yeah. That's what that space is for. The space between this bearing here that's inside of there and the end of the case.
It's looking more like an engine all the time.
So,
That's the Model D movie.
I hear Model D. Or Model D moving. Bull Model Ds.
Indicate how much undersized it is.
the only Kohler only makes them in 10.
Okay.
So that's a 10 rod. So yeah, the whole, that indicates
That
that.
indicates that it's an undersized. Yeah. And then we talked about it before, but there's a .01 on the bottom of on the piston here.
Yep.
So that's what we were talking about when it was 10 over, and then this is 10 under. The crank is actually returned to be undersized, and then the piston is oversized.
Another thing I learned, if you buy the aftermarket eBay kit for $100, they're metric pistons.
Right.
They're in millimeters.
Oh, so you gotta do the
So
conversion.
it really makes it more crucial. You got to do the bore to piston measurement that we were talking about because they're not exactly what Kohler specs for.
You can buy Kohler stuff. It's worth the money. Yes. You want to clean the bore, make sure that's clean. Automatic use that to get all the shavings out. Yep. The rod's marked here with arrows. That has to go back together the same way. The oil hole has to be closed in the hand. That's how it works.
And those arrows are the bearing plate, right?
Well, they line up. You want to make sure your rings aren't lined up together. You want to make sure they're all set up.
Stand them around, okay.
They're in there now.
Not everybody is looking at the Model Ds.
That easy to get in there.
crankshaft. Before we were talking about the general being down, that's I've seen enough that were loose. Oh yeah, loose. Yeah, that's better than coming apart, but yeah.
I would leave this bracket right on because theoretically, whether we put on, well, if you don't have to take this off and there's
Got snowblower school going on here next door.
Yep. Depends on which school you want to be in.
Based on the sunshine, I'll be here.
Right? See the torque wrench make its first appearance.
You just gotta edit in click, click. Yep. Different things going on different YouTube channels.
Nothing ever lays flat. No. Unless it's off the side of the tape. Is that going to beep or click?
Fancy, sexy. Yeah, mine always goes click.
So I said click.
Okay, then you just want to double check, make sure you have the rod on correctly, your arrows there. Always run a marker through so you know I checked it. So, me too. Alright, everything's done in there, we can put the pan in.
I'm impressed.
I only got 2 bars of battery left there.